Good afternoon, everyone. Climate Guy Ice Age 2050 sends me a message and says, David, you have another imposter. And I said, really, can you send me the screen grab? Several others commenting also, getting the same. David DuByne at adapt2030.com. I only use adapt2030 at oilseedcrops.org, so I know this is an imposter. They actually call it identity theft. And because I used to do a little bit of due diligence when I was working over in China, I thought, all right, let's see who this person is. Jump into who is. Find the registrar was GoDaddy.com. Ended up talking to them, contacting them for a bit. Found this company, High Bar Global, in California. And a quick jump into GoDaddy's who is, and bam, Michael Ward, High Bar Global, 1565 Crystal Air Drive, Tahoe. Let's see what this person's all about. And as we get started here, everything's just publicly available through Google searching. I'm not doxing anybody. I'm just going with what was found through who is searching and also what I could find on Google and LinkedIn and any other social media, following the breadcrumbs. So when I woke up in the morning, I had 7 different messages all saying, hey, David, guess what? You have another imposter using your name on an email they created in their email account. That's called identity theft. So anyway, Climate Guy, Ice Age 2050, sent me the screen grab so I could work with to try to identify this person. And again, any emails that are sent to my address are always adapt2030 at oilseedcrops.org. So the hunt began. And it's much easier doing it in English than it is in Chinese when I was doing due diligence in China, trying to run down some factories to see if they were actually in operation, if they had customers, etc., compared to doing it in English in my own native language, a little bit easier. So just the regular who is didn't really offer too much information except High Bar Global in California. But it also had the server, GoDaddy. So I ended up calling GoDaddy. Now myself, I don't use them, but the service was excellent. That customer service rep was on there as soon as he knew there was identity theft and fraud going on in their company. They bent over backwards to take care of this. They sent me to pages to resolve it, put in the complaints, add the screen grabs, etc. Top-notch service, even though I wasn't a client. Thumbs up, so I'm going to give them a little bit of free advertising here. Also, as I was talking to their excellent customer service representative, they asked if I had searched through the Who Is database that exists for their clients being hosted in Who Is, which is adapt2030.com. And sure enough, the person who registered the site came right up there with all the information available. Public, not doxing. Michael Ward, High Bar Global, South Lake Tahoe, California, even had the phone number with the email. So I thought, let's just start with the email. That's the easiest thing. If you're going to do due diligence and try to find somebody, email is always the easiest thing to start with first. Names can be duplicates, but my name is so unusual that it could not be construed as like a Mike Jones or something. My name is very unusual, so for them to counterfeit my name like that is identity theft. So let's take a look here. Michael Ward. And then right in the first page of Google, Crystal Air Drive, it's all in South Tahoe. That was pretty easy. I just started clicking links and seeing where this took me. Right to the Tahoe Chamber of Commerce. And I was thinking, I wonder if they even know this person is technically committing identity theft. Because I did call the South Tahoe police to ask about it. They sent me to the sheriff's office. We'll get into that in a minute. Well, anyway, the Who Is search results gave me pretty much the same phone number as the Tahoe Chamber of Commerce with High Bar Global, so everything seemed to match up. I did an enormous amount of digging to see if I found anybody, if there were multiple people that were allowed into this account. And it's the same individual, Michael Ward, single proprietorship, not even a second employee listed anywhere. So then right there in the Tahoe Chamber of Commerce, it clicks right on to the LinkedIn profile. Community and Organizational Transformation Consultant. And I was thinking, okay, first line, respected leader of the community. So I ended up calling the police department over there in South Tahoe to see what kind of laws they have on the books for identity theft. I didn't even know it was termed as identity theft. I thought it was like impersonation or something like this. But the woman was really nice there, and she said, I'm sorry, that person doesn't reside within our South Tahoe district. You actually need to call the sheriff. So I called the sheriff's office, had about a 10-minute conversation with them, and I was explaining everything was going on. They asked if I had any screen grabs. Did I call GoDaddy? I told them, yeah. And so they said, all right, you need to file a police report in your local area, because now it's considered interstate identity theft. Because I don't live in California, I live in a different state, but this person's impersonating me in California and sending it across borders in the United States. And now it's become, well, something a little bit bigger. And out of courtesy, before I even did the video, I tried to call Michael several times on all these different numbers, left some messages, never could get through to him. But it's pretty much caught red-handed at this point. So, and if anybody else out there in the blogosphere world is receiving David DuByne at adapt2030.com, replies, responses, emails out to you, please send them to me. I want to continue to compile this as we move forward with this interstate case. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video. Please remember to subscribe and click that bell to get the latest updates.